The little boy was shocked to see his father, the same man he saw kept inside a box, now appearing at the cemetery. Excited, he ran up and shouted, "Dad!" The man's cousin was surprised too. The boy looked strikingly similar to the man, but the man firmly denied everything, insisting he was single and had no kids. Meanwhile at home, the boy's mother was holding a funeral for her husband. When she noticed her son was missing, furious, she immediately called him back. Turns out the boy was born with a weak heart, and to stop him from secretly sneaking out to find his father, the woman faked a funeral to make her son believe his dad had already passed away. 6 years ago, the woman had been framed by her scheming stepsister, accused of stealing her fiancé. Her father never questioned it, and kicked her out of the house on the spot. She stood in the pouring rain shivering, until she ran into a man walking toward her. When she saw him, she fainted on the spot. After waking up, she realized he was her stepsister's fiancé. Thinking of all the false accusations, she decided to make the lie a reality. After spending the night with him, she left without looking back. But that night left her as a single mother. 6 years later, to treat her son's illness, she had no choice but to return to the city. On her very first day back, she ran into the man at the hospital. Afraid he'd noticed the boy's existence, she ran off in a panic before he could finish speaking. She thought that would be the end of it, but unexpectedly, he turned out to be the new owner of the company she applied to. As soon as she stepped into the meeting room, she recognized the man she had once left behind. The sudden reunion made her break out in a cold sweat. She turned to run, but the man blocked the door. She knew he was here for revenge, but her son still needed surgery, so she swallowed her pride and begged for a chance. To prove her skills, she pulled out her camera and demonstrated her photography on the spot. The man then told her to fix his outfit and retake the photo, reminding her to treat him like a real model. So the woman deliberately got closer, and even started unbuttoning his shirt, revealing his muscular chest. Only then did she smile in satisfaction. The man's face instantly darkened, and he kicked her out of the office. As she stepped out with tears in her eyes, she bumped into her stepsister, who was delivering lunch to the man. Seeing the woman back at the company, the stepsister immediately felt threatened, worried she'd lose her place, while the woman assumed they were already living together, not knowing the man had never taken a real interest in her. The next day, the woman arrived early for work, but the stepsister was ready for revenge. She poured tea all over her, and even damaged the brand new professional camera. Worse still, the woman hadn't backed up the photos she had just taken. The manager scolded her in front of everyone, and threatened to fire her immediately. She quietly hid in a corner, crying from the humiliation. The man quietly approached. He reached out to comfort her, but the moment she looked up, he quickly shoved his hand back in his pocket. He then hinted that she should think about who could help her solve the problem. The next morning she returned. The man thought she had finally come to ask for help, but instead she showed him a fresh batch of photos. Turns out she hadn't slept all night, begged the model to reshoot, and completed everything herself. Hearing this, his face turned cold. Realizing she would rather suffer alone than rely on him, he told her to get out, and swore never to help her again. But before he could finish speaking, the woman collapsed to the ground. He rushed her to the hospital, but while he left to find a specialist, the manager sneaked into the room, demanding she pay for the cost of reshooting with a new model. Hearing that, the woman immediately tried to